my mind. Stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm singing and dancing with my mind. Stayed on spirit. Singing and dancing with my mind. Stayed on spirit. Singing and dancing with my mind. Stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I can't hate my neighbor with my mind. Stayed on spirit. I can't hate my neighbor with my mind. Stayed on spirit. I can't hate my neighbor with my mind. Stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I woke up this morning with my mind. Stayed on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind. Stayed on spirit. Woke up this morning with, I woke up this morning. Stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Good morning. Whoa, that's loud. Good morning, Ahava. Jump right in there. Let's give some love to the musicians, if you would. We have Belle on piano. And our vocalist today is Heather. Yes.
Gosh, I haven't seen so many of you in so long.
Yeah, looking good. Looking good. All right. Ahava is the Hebrew word for love. We gather together each Sunday knowing that love is always the answer.
Always the answer.
I am Ron Eisen, your core council president, and my pronouns are he, him. I welcome you here today. Who are we? We are a conscious community committed to curiosity so that we may provide a loving space to be reminded of the truth of who we are. We are an open and affirming community, so whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual path of discovery, you are welcome here. If you're joining us online, please say hello in the chat and let us know where you're tuning in from. And make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're in the room, we encourage you to take out your phones, turn the volume down, and check in and share pictures and inspirations from today's service on social media. Also, if you are a first-time guest today, raise your hand or stand if you would. Anybody first time? Okay. All right. A lot of faces, a lot of happy faces. It takes a lot to put this service together, and I want to acknowledge our volunteers. We are grateful for the many people who give each week of their time, talent, and treasure. Today we have April on sound, Amy on slides, and Jean on camera. And Jameson is with the youth today. All right. All right. Now's the time that we will greet each other. And now I invite you to take a moment and turn to someone with your hands over your heart and say, thank you for being a reflection of me. Thank you for being a perfect reflection of me. good to see you all. All right. We have a fabulous vision and purpose here. If you would, please repeat after me. We are an inclusive community.
We are an inclusive community
Committed to global transformation.
committed to global transformation
Through personal evolution.
through personal evolution.
And what is our purpose?
Wake up, step up, and make a difference.
That's right. Thank you. All right. Today's affirmation, if you would, please repeat after me. I value the clarity
I value the clarity
that comes from distinguishing between truth, facts, and opinions.
between truth, facts, and opinions.
It's good. Very good. Thank you. Let's take a deep breath, and with the sound of the heartbeat drum in the background, invite in our ancestors to be with us now. In the warm embrace of this sacred land, our hearts overflow with deep love and gratitude to this land's ancestral gardens. The Yuchi, Osage, Cherokee, Shawnee, Hopewell, and Adena nations. By acknowledging these stories, we celebrate the strength, adaptability, and unique contributions of each community to the vibrant mosaic of our shared heritage. We humbly acknowledge the historical wounds and traumas that have touched and continue to touch the lives of Indigenous communities. In this present moment, our commitment springs from a well of love, respect, and unwavering recognition of the inherent sovereignty of Indigenous peoples. We pledge to be attentive listeners, amplifiers of Indigenous voices, and perpetual learners about the rich diversity of Indigenous cultures, histories, and contemporary challenges. Thank you. Okay. And now I invite you to take a deep breath and turn within as we move into our centering prayer.
So most of us know this by now, but if you haven't been here for a while, or if you're new, we're going to start with the first part, the first section. You can continue singing that section if you like, and I will be adding the second section so we can sing two parts together. I am remembering who I am. 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 I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering.
Remembering the sacred time, knowing the truth that there is only one. There is only one, and we remember who we are to know that there is no separation. Today I know this one is joy and peace, harmony, power, freedom, clarity, divine intelligence, so much more, including love. So knowing that that is the truth of the one, it has to be the truth of me, and it is the truth of each person hearing my voice now. Just taking that in. I bless this day. I bless this service. I bless our minister who's on leave, Reverend Rainbow, and I welcome and bless Reverend Bob, who's going to be with us for this the next few months. I bless the musicians, all the people who come together to create this extraordinarily marvelous service. I know that all the goodness that is here blossoms and moves outward beyond this building into Lexington, into our state, our nation, and the whole world. So I celebrate that. And I bless it. I let it be by saying, and so it is.
I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am.
Today's reading is excerpted from The Power of This Thing Called Life by Ernest Holmes. We are all in search of something that will make life worthwhile, and this something that we are in search after is God, the living spirit, God the eternal presence, not a God that is far away from us, but a God who is closer to us than our very breath. The discovery of God in yourself is the greatest discovery you can ever make. You and I and everyone seem to be searching for something, as though we knew by some divine instinct within us that there is something that could really make us whole and happy, something that will include our physical well-being and give us real success in living. As never before in human history, we need God. We need to enter into a close communion with the living spirit and feel the warm embrace of its eternal presence around us. We need to know that we are not pawns on a checkerboard of chance, that there is a real and deep meaning to existence, a meaning that includes this life and everything in it. And after this, a life to which we may look forward with happy anticipation. Nothing less than this can give us happiness and peace.
So, Bob Marley's one of my favoritist, and when I was in labor with Cadence and I was in the shower for 4 hours, I'd listen to the greatest hits on loop. And then kids I've nannied for and my own daughter, I would teach them this song all the time. And so the song, when I was asked to sing it, I was like, oh, yay. This song is very, and it's a mashup, but this song is very special to me. So I hope you can just groove with me and sing with me if you want to. I don't care. And enjoy it as much as I do. Thank you. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be all right. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be all right. I woke up this morning, smiled with the rising sun. 3 little birds on my doorstep. They're singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing. Baby, don't you worry, every little thing, it's gonna be all right. Oh, yes. Baby, don't worry about a thing. Baby, don't you worry, every little thing, it's gonna be all right. Oh, one love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. One love, one heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel all right. Saying, let's get together and feel all right. Let them all pass all their lowly remarks. There is one question that I'd really love to ask. Is there a place for the negative thinkers who would hurt all mankind just to save their own beliefs? Let's get together and create a holy healing, so when the wall comes down, there will be no doom. Have pity on those whose hearts grow dimmer, for there ain't no hiding place from the spirit of creation. Let's sing one love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. One love, one heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel all right. Let's get together and feel all right. Don't worry about a thing. Let's get together and feel all right. One love, one heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and we will feel all right. Don't worry about a thing, and we will feel all right. When we get together, then we will feel all right. Mike.
That was great. That was great. All right. I want to introduce someone to you. Let me tell you a little bit about the man who has graciously agreed to serve as our intern minister for the next 3 months, Dr. Bob Deen. With decades of experience in ministry and ministerial education, Reverend Dr. Bob Deen has dedicated his life to serving others. He has a multifaceted background in religious education, pastoral counseling, and professional leadership. Ordained as a religious science minister, he has served as president of Holmes Institute and manager of professional education for the Centers for Spiritual Living. His extensive experiences range from pastoral psychotherapy and addiction treatment to training and consulting for businesses and organizations. With a commitment to spiritual growth and community development, Dr. Bob has also facilitated workshops and retreats on various topics related to personal and spiritual transformation. Let's give Dr. Bob a warm welcome, if you would.
Thank you, sir. Woo! Well, that scared me.
Sorry about your luck.
I know. Oh, well, here we go. Can you hear me all right back there? I'm still figuring this bike out. We're good? Okay. Sounds good. There we go. Oh, my God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 1,000 thank yous. That music was wonderful. The music here has always been wonderful. I've been listening. I've been catching up with you guys over the last few weeks and months. And I want to tell you, you've got a music team that is over the top. Amazing. Yes, you do. And we are working together on a Many Paths workshop. It's not a workshop, celebration. Thank you. That's going to be coming up in December. That is going to be a little different than what you've had before, but it's going to be wonderful. So I'm already excited about that and working with them. One of my many hats over the years is I have a master's in church music from Louisville Seminary up the road here, about 60 miles. I'm healed from all of that, so all is well. But I was really moved by the words, some of the words in that squished up song. Also to tell you, that song is one of the favorites at teen camp. I'm still very involved with our teens. I go every year. I'll be going in January for a winter camp in the Rocky Mountains. But it's okay. That's always a song they want to sing. And every day, if we didn't schedule other things, they would be constantly singing that. They love that. Let's get together and be all right. And everybody hugs and they rock and they sing and they carry on. It's really pretty awesome. Because that song, as well as everything else you've heard today, reminds us of the truth. It is going to be all right. It already is all right. The only part that's not all right is us. Sorry, guys and gals, and those of you who are, I have those moments. It's going to be all right because of who you really are. And you said it beautifully in your treatments this morning. You are the divine, individuated, and you are one with all the rest of it. We aren't created out of something to be something over here. We are created into something to be the expression of that something as we live our lives and make our choices and go forward. And you guys made a big mistake, Big, big, big mistake. You named this place Ahava.
We didn't do it.
Whoever did it. Who did it? Well, we'll worry about that later.
No, Sonny didn't do it. It came through the dream.
It came through somewhere else. That's right. Ahava, love. When you say, I'm a member of love, think about what you are saying. Because what's true is what we affirm that is the truth invites everything that's not like the truth to come sneaking up into our lives and get squeezed out. It's like squeezing all the juice out of an orange, and what's left is the real pithy, good, solid part of it. Fiber, somebody says. You guys talk back a lot. I like that. Okay. Don't invite it? Okay. We do have a time limit. So I have 3 minutes according to the clock. Oh, that's good. All right. I'm not going to worry about it. When I get done, we'll stop. So I wanted to talk today, though, about, how much more can we take? Even knowing who we are, I don't know about you, but I ask that question some mornings. How much? I walked outside my building and I listened to two azaleas talking to each other. And they said, one of them was saying, it's time to bloom. It's warm. It's wonderful. It's time to bloom. The other said, it's not time to bloom. What are you talking about? It's fall. No. So they argued back and forth. And finally, they decided between them they would bloom. And so these beautiful azaleas are blooming outside of my apartment. And the next day it snowed. That was in 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago, in Atlanta, south of here. I know you guys have had some snow too, I think, already, but no, a little bit. It was just flurries. It wasn't a lot. There hasn't been any snow in Atlanta in a couple of years at all. And now in November, which is never heard of. How much more of this craziness can we take, The weather's all wonky. Prices are skyrocketing. I don't have to tell you that. You go to the grocery store. Diversity seems to be the norm. Everywhere you turn is some new something we're supposed to learn about something that we didn't know about before that didn't seem to be part of reality, and now it is, and what do we do with that? There are people all around. I went to my grocery store that I go to all the time, and I didn't hear English for a while. I heard Spanish. I heard Hindi. I heard another language that was something to do with the Arabs, but I don't know what it was, which language it was. And I didn't care. Yeah. But how much more are we going to take? How much more of all this change that's coming at us is going to keep happening? Did you know that brains are working differently today since the advent of the internet and the advent of scrolling and reading on the phone? Your brain is actually being trained to work differently. How much are we going to take? Yeah. LGBTQIA question mark, on and on it goes. Sorry. I don't have enough room over here. Okay. Genders. We all say I got all this gender talk now. You've heard it, right? But that the Inuit people up in the north of the Arctic Circle, had 24 different genders and have had for 1,000 years or more. It ain't new, folks. Sorry. It ain't new. But I still, and you still, have to figure out how we're going to deal with it. What are we going to do with it? How are we going to put it in our systems of thought and feeling and awareness? So I think the question of how much more can we take is the right question. It's just aimed in the wrong direction. See, we need to get more interested in what's working and not what isn't working. Exactly. I need to sit you up here next to me. Yeah. We've got to get more interested in what's working and what's not. I used to be a Baptist, but, don't hold that against me. And that group was wonderful. It's where I learned to love. It's where I learned that Jesus is a message of love, not of judgment and damnation. Then some other people came in and took it over. And they got more interested in what wasn't working and fighting the devil. Because we all know the devil is running wild in the world now. So, I don't know about you, but sometimes the devil is running wild in me. But it's my own ego. It's about all it is. So, but the point here is we've got to get more interested not in what's wrong, but what's right. And what's right for me and for you and for us. And us means all of us. And one of the, I love Emerson. I studied Emerson in high school with my grandmother, who had been to college, which was the first one our family had ever had. She went to Georgia Women's College in 1906 and spent a few years there, and then she had a nervous breakdown and did go back and worked in her yard and created beautiful yards for the rest of her life. But she had the complete works of Emerson. And I read those, and we talked about them. And then I would go to my church, which didn't fit what Emerson was saying. But when I walked into the Science of Mind church the first Sunday, I heard, get your bloated nothingness out of the way of the divine circuits and allow them to flow with the truth within you. Emerson. Yeah. Say that again, please. Okay. Get your bloated nothingness out of the way of the divine circuits and allow those divine circuits to bring truth to you and through you. And the last part I added because that's not exactly what he said, but it's what he meant. He also said, hit your wagon to a star. Yeah. There's a whole lot of stuff in songs that came from Emerson. So with that, there's also this idea that one of the ways to sort through it, and that's why we have the topic we have today about facts, opinions, and truth. And what I'm about and what I'm going to be inviting you to be about over the next 3 months and maybe for the rest of your lives is to be about truth, not about facts and not about opinions. Because facts can change. You know? That's true. It used to be an absolute fact the earth was flat. End of discussion. It was also a fact that once your brain developed, it never made any more brain cells. And you're stuck with what you had, and therefore you didn't want to destroy any of them. That's no longer true. We now know that the brain continues to create brain cells throughout your life. Yeah. Emory University did a study that found that to be the truth, the fact. So facts change. Opinions changed. I used to have a lot of opinions that have changed. I'm not going to tell you what they are. You have them. And you know. Truth, however, is that which points to those absolutes that do not change. Love, Ahava, does not change. And every time we declare love, which love is the givingness of life to all of us. It is that positive, loving, supportive, nurturing energy that we're all born into, regardless of what your stories are, what you were born into in the physicality of it, but what you're born into in real life here is that energy. Ernest Holmes says in one place that if we've already been given all of it, why are we complaining? If you're given life, you've been given everything. And what we need to create and open ourselves to, get our bloated nothingness out of the way and let the divine circuits of that truth carry us forward into life with ease, with grace. And we're in harmony with everything else around us. Fact, opinion, truth. You probably heard this story before, but you know the story about the lady at the airport? And she goes in and she gets her little bag of cookies and sits down waiting for her flight to start and puts it on the table and notices the bag sitting over there, and the guy next to her reaches in and takes a cookie. It's like, what? So she doesn't say anything because, you know, we don't talk to people at airports. So she reached in and got her own cookie. And then as soon as she did, he looked at her funny and he grabbed another cookie. She's like, what? She grabs another cookie, he grabs another cookie. She grabs a cookie, he grabs it. They're just both eating cookies as fast as they can. Finally, it gets down to the last cookie. And the man picks up the cookie bag and hands it to her, gets up and leaves to go catch his flight. A minute or two later, her flight gets announced. She opens her bag, and there's her bag of cookies. You know, you ever have that where you think something is just, you were so sure about something, and then you find out later, oops, that's not what it was. And there are tons of stories like that. What I love about that story is that it reminds us what the facts and what the opinion and what the truth is. The facts are the two of them are both eating cookies. That's a fact. The opinion was, probably from each of them, that they were being stolen from. And the truth is, love prevails. his loving expression of handing off what was left of the last one prevailed. That's the part you remember the most, because that changes all of the rest of the story. And that's what we are called to do if we are signed on as a part of love. Because that's a big capital divine love, not small little love. Get your bloated nothingness out of the way. Now, I'm not going to tell you what that is, because you know what it is for you. I know what it is for me. And it's a matter now of, how do we be in community together when there is so much that we're trying to deal with in our world? That alone is enough by itself. So that if everybody that came in here looked exactly like, thought exactly like, and could be exactly like, you still have to struggle with all that out there. But instead, we bring it all in here. What better place to heal the world than right here in Ahava? That's what we got. That's right. What better place? So, fact. The world circumstances in which we live are changing so fast it's hard to keep up with. We're being hit with things as if they are the absolute truth from one side or the other of the political spectrum, one side or the other of the psychological growth spectrum. We're getting hit with all of this stuff. That's a fact. Can't change that fact. I tried for a while. I tried to go completely off of anything to do with the internet, and you can't do that in this world and day and time. Can't even get a doctor's appointment without one. So it's pretty well impossible to turn all that off completely, but it's really helpful if we can see it as facts. These are facts. That's what's happening. Opinion. What's the opinion of all that? Well, we've 1,000 opinions. I've got a lot of different opinions about it. Some days I think this side is right, and some days I think that side is right, and some days I think they're both wrong. Most days I don't know. I just don't know. So I try not to make my world about opinions of other people. Ernest said, there's nothing out there that can do you harm unless you allow it to. Ugh, I hate that part. I love a good victim whine. Don't you? Every so often, just kick back. Oh, my God, you won't believe what they did to me. And that they can change from one day to the next. But that's because I learned that as a habit as a kid. I learned it as a way to manage all of it, as if by whining about it, it would stop. That never worked. Did you grow up in a family where you weren't allowed to whine, or if you were whining and fighting or whatever, you couldn't go to bed without making it up and everybody playing nice and being okay together? Well, that too. My family, you had to make up. My sister and I would fight like cats and dogs all the time. Now, we'd fight anybody else that messed with us, either one of us, but for us, it was working stuff out. And my mom always made us, okay, before you go to bed, you gotta kiss and make up. So we did, and we'd often spit on each other when we were doing it. But we did it just so we could go to bed, And so where we are with all of this is like, all that out there matters, but it doesn't matter as much as what's in here. Heart, that beautiful heart. I have your heart, by the way. I took it with me to Atlanta so I could meditate on it and hold it, and I brought it back. I'm not sure if I'm going to take it or bring it. I'll see how it feels this time. But truth is what's at the heart of it. Love is what's at the heart of this. Love for myself. Love for this divine energy, power, life moving through me. Holy Jesus, what an amazing thing it is. You can change your mind and change circumstances. Anybody ever do that? Oh, I see no hands. Oh, dear. Okay, okay, good. We've got some okay, good. I don't have to go back and do science about one right now. Maybe as over the month, but yeah, change your thinking, change your life, and that isn't just your head from here up thinking. I used to just live from here up because from here down had been through so much trauma. I didn't want it there. Now I have all of it because of the healing and because of this teaching that has taken me through and the work that I was willing to do. Yeah. Truth. Heart. Love. You know the other name for God is love. And you know the other name for spirit that shows up in almost every language? It's breath. Take a breath with me. You have just experienced spirit in its physical form. And if you allow your imagination to open a little bit, you will experience that as much more than just physical. It's calming. Our physiology is made up so that a deep breath slows this chitter-chatter brain down up here. And I'm grateful for that brain. It kept me out of some trouble over the years. It's all about, it developed back when we were running from dinosaurs. And it developed so that it could let us see the danger and figure out a problem. And if we couldn't figure out a problem, we could whine to our tribe, or we'd be dead. And the power of that now is knowing that we don't live in a world where we're running from dinosaurs. It may feel like that some days because it feels familiar. Yeah, there's another whole talk there. I'll save it. But there is that idea, that feeling that brain is doing what it's designed to do. But there's another part of your consciousness that is bigger than your brain. Your consciousness does not live in your brain. Your brain lives in your consciousness. And that's a really powerful, important piece to get. Your body is not the house for all of these thoughts and beliefs and ideas. Your body is the place within the thoughts and ideas where it takes shape and form in physical world. That your body lives in your consciousness. That's the easiest way to put it, not the other way around. Yeah. And that can feel a little weird to you if you've got stuff going on in your body you hadn't planned on, you didn't know about, and it just shows up. Like, where'd that come from? Not your fault. Don't put fault on it anywhere. Your body may be just responding to the world's situation or the food that you didn't know you shouldn't eat. Yeah, you don't know where that is or where it goes. So here's Holmes' answer to the question. How much more can we take? Here and now, we are surrounded by great infinite good beyond any form we've seen yet. How much of it is ours? All of it. How much good can we use? As much as we can embody. And by embody, he means believe in. Believe in to such an extent that our body responds. You know those beliefs that you hear sometimes or you have sometimes where you get cold chills all over? That's what he's talking about. Is that what you believe in so strongly that your body can't disagree? You know? It's like, yes. It's an all. We're talking about doing yes and no's and in the process of collaborative work. We ask people to get to a full body yes. And so in some of the work we'll do, not today, but in future workshops, there will be a time to do a full body yes by standing up. Wow. Because that's a stand for. And your whole body has to agree. And I've been in meetings where I agreed up here, and they say stand up, and I felt I couldn't stand up. My body just wouldn't do it. So some part of me knew that wasn't for me. So full body yes. What you can say yes to with your whole self is what you can have. And you get to choose and work on what that would be. You're not stuck with anything you've had so far. And we have a standing person. This is cool. So I want to just close with that thought. That was from the textbook, by the way, page 50, for those who are textbook thumpers. I didn't bring mine because it was too heavy for my suitcase, but I got it in the fold. So breathe in, Spirit, breathe out, and know this with me. There truly is only one power, and that's enough. And that one power created all that is, ever shall be. And I allow my mind and my imagination to simply move through all of the good that I see and recognize within that power. The goodness of love, the goodness of sunshine, the goodness of light, the goodness of peace, goodness without an opposite. I let myself settle into that awareness that I am immersed in this one unit, this one power, this one thing, and nothing more. And in that immersion, I recognize flowing through me expressions of the good that God is. I see my love. I see my joy. I see my happiness. I also see the things that get in the way, that would block that flow, that would close off some of those divine circuits. And as I recognize that, I declare them having no power whatsoever to continue to manifest in my life. I let go of hate. I let go of anger. I let go of fear. I let go of those things that I have felt that somehow do me harm, even though I never touch them. All of that nonsense is nonsense, and I declare it as nonsense because the truth of my life is a life built on love, built on faith, built on truth, built on the recognition of the divine in every person I meet, whoever they are and however they call themselves. Knowing that this is so, with great gratitude that I live in this kind of a universe, with this kind of possibility to create, to participate, to experience and express love, joy, freedom, happiness. Knowing that, I can release this treatment now into the law of mind, the law of life, the law of God itself, allowing it to manifest in me, for me, and through me. And knowing this is so, I release it now. I let it be. And so it is. So it is. Thank you.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free.
Again, for Dr. Bob, Deen, please. Thank you. Your offering. Now we move into our time of conscious giving. Our core council will pass the baskets in the room, and there are several ways to give. You can go to our website, ahavacenter.net, and click the Give tab, or text the word GIVE to 859-209-6996, or mail your gift to Ahava, 168 Burt Road, Lexington, Kentucky, 40503. It's a good message. I like that. All right. Now, if you'd like to repeat after me, divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I joyously contribute to the vision of Ahava, knowing that it returns to me, multiplied abundantly. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Grateful.
Yes, I'm used to that. I don't know. Okay. Today, we have a congressional workshop. Okay. Congregational workshop. Please. Yes.
It is it's a community congregational workshop, not Congress. Do not think Congress. Forget
Right.
Congress. We're not doing what Congress does. Yeah.
Right.
What we are doing, and I just want to say this quickly, is we're going to start where we ought to start on any kind of issue where we're looking at who we are and where we're going to go, and that is with the divine. So I really invite and encourage you to stick around. There are going to be extra refreshments to carry you over. We'll come back in here, and I'll take you up. Probably shouldn't be more than an hour to take you in to a process that will bring us out on the other side with a better idea of who we are and where we need to go. So join us. I'll quit talking.
Please stay for that.
Yeah.
All the members. All right. Also, this month, on November 23, we have Mary Ann Jaime giving a workshop called The Soul of Money. This is on a love offering basis. On November 30th, we have the Blue Holiday Service, and that is by the Ahava practitioners. Okay.
You kind of skipped over one, please.
What?
You kind of skipped over one. The ongoing book study on.
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
Getting right to that. All right. And December, on December 19th, as was mentioned before, we have the candle lighting service. It's a little bit different this year, and I know that you'll like it. On the book study, the November book study, we won't be having it today, but it'll resume next week. And that's with Reverend Gina evergreen. Okay. If you need a practitioner, they're available to pray with you today. Patty Cooper is here in person, or you may want to leave a prayer request in the box over there at the practitioner's table, or submit a prayer request online. All right. So, our benediction. So please repeat after me. Something,
Yeah? Wait.
one more thing. One more thing. Come on up, Eloise. She's got one more thing. This is should be
She was
speaking
waving
about
us
our food
down.
pantry. Thanks.
Schenkel. Good German name. So, at the end of this month, we are giving to God's Pantry. And Thanksgiving's around the corner. Usually I talk so loud anyway, okay.
People online cannot hear you unless you use the microphone.
Okay.
I'll give you that from experience.
Anyway, at the end of the month, we're doing God's Pantry. Thanksgiving's around the corner. Food stamps have been a little squirrely. Some have gotten them, some haven't. Point is, we're going to ask, and I'm going to ask every single week to put more food back there on that table so we can feed some people. And maybe it's somebody in the congregation that's not here or you know of or whatever, and they need some. Help yourself. That's why it's there. It will go to God's Pantry towards probably just before Gene and I head for Illinois. We'll make sure it gets there. In the interim, after the Sunday following Thanksgiving, we got Christmas coming up. I'm going to be a muffin with a mission and a burr under your saddle. Unless you've ever been homeless, and I have, you have no idea what it's like wondering where your next meal's coming from. And so I'm asking everybody to please donate, because next month I'm going to do something that Cynthia Cucina always did. And I'm going to do the hats and the mittens plus food. And I want to see us go back to helping folks more. Not that we haven't in the past, but that was something Cynthia had started. I want to pick up her little legacy there. So please, you got any questions? Come and see me. Thanks.
Yes. Go back to that, giving all. All right, to close everything out right now, we'll do our benediction. So please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my affairs.
Life is in my affairs.
Life is in my cheese and wine.
Life is in my cheese and wine.
I accept it.
I accept it.
I am it.
I am it.
And I share it.
And I share it.
Just the way it appears.
Just the way it appears.
And just the way it appears not.
And just the way it appears not.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
All right.
Hey. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. So we're going to take a pause right here. I want to thank you all so much for coming out. I'm so grateful that I get to say hi to so many people today. I also wanted to announce real quickly that this coming Thursday through Sunday, there is a Christmas Carol the musical, and it features our own Margot Buchanan. And so if you want to keep going, the story's kind of parallel and really inspiring, right? So I encourage you to come and see the show. It's my beloved Lexington Theater Company producing it at the Opera House where they do their shows. So check it out if you can. Thank you all so much for coming and meeting our new interim minister, Reverend Bob. Great to meet you. Keep coming this fall and sharing your energy here. Thank you so much. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing.